Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Trending. My name is Nancy Isime, and yes, of course, Trending is brought to you by Airtel. On this show, as you already know, we discuss all trending topics that concerns you and bring you everything and everyone that is trending. I'll go on a short break now. When I get back, I'll reveal who my guest is for today, and the show will kick off properly. Stay with me, guys. I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Now, today's topic of the day is the role of celebrities in governance. Now, celebrities are referred to as public figures. Public figures known for doing certain things, things that make them stand out. It could be acting, singing, comedy, blogging, fashion, whatever it is that brought them into the spotlight. Now, we know that they are celebrities and probably they have their whole life figured out in our own words or what we think at the back of our minds. They mostly don't have any worries, but they should, have some worth kind of, a say in our country or in their country, community, their society, and have a say in how it is being managed or run. Now, over the years, we've seen and heard of celebrities who have come out in their numbers to support one movement or the other, or all aimed towards, making the country great again. And some have not relented in representing the voiceless. And so it is right to say that celebrities have major roles to play in the governance of any country that they find themselves. Today on Trending, discussing this topic with me, I have Seyi Lawrence, comedian extraordinaire. How are you?
I'm all right.
Great to see you. I like how we just matched. Like, we didn't even plan it, but we came out and we're like, well, black on black.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then white on white, so we're twinning right now. How are you?
That's what's up, man.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm
great. Before we go into the topic, I know this is something that actually you're very passionate about. Let's talk about your style in our style update segment, really quick.
Oh, well, I just decided to be very simple.
Okay.
I think it's quite easy when you put in on a traditional attire. You put on your trousers, then you have the top.
Exactly.
And then you can just wear, your shoe and a cap
and just let it go. But you look good. I like the whole trad thing. It suits you. But let's go into the topic of the day, which is a bit serious. It's politics. I mean, do you think that celebrities in general have a major role to play in politics in any country?
Everybody has got a role to play in the politics of their nations. And celebrities are not exempted. And the fact that celebrities are referred to as social critics.
Exactly.
They are supposed to be the voice of the people.
Yes.
Sometimes you can guess right the voice of the people, and other times you might not. But that doesn't mean that you don't speak. And sometimes when you speak for the people, don't forget that also your own thoughts come into play. Sometimes you just speak your mind and not the mind of the people. So it's a difficult one, picking between your mind and the mind of the people. But there are other times that things affect everybody, and you have to know when to speak up and when to be quiet.
To be quiet.
And so for me, it's about understanding the trend and understanding
what's going on. Be aware of the society.
To be aware of what is happening around you. It doesn't have to affect you directly.
Exactly.
But at the same time, don't forget that you look at the long terms of situations and it becomes firing down at you. Would you be able to say, I spoke when I was supposed to
Exactly. Even not even just you, your generation, your kids, your grandkids. And so many people could as well say, you know what, I'm not a politician, I'm doing good, it doesn't bother me. If the country is bad for this person, it's not bad for me, I'm comfortable. What do you have to say about this? Well, what do you have to say to these people, especially the celebrities who think this way?
I want to say to them that as long as you've decided to stay in your country, it means that you have a role to play.
Right.
And no matter how much you make, no matter the money you have, the day the country plunges into chaos, you might not be able to stand.
Right.
And one thing that can lead to that is when the people are not given a voice. When you bottle your anger for too long, it might lead to blows. And that is not what we want for Nigeria. We want Nigerians to be able to speak when they ought to speak, because we don't want violence in this country. Right. And for me, it's a message for everybody. I was talking with some friends earlier, and we talked about the life situation of the country and how in less than a month, I spent about 520,000 naira on diesel. and I might be able to afford it.
Wow, those who can't.
But there are people who
can't even buy fuel or kerosene for their lanterns.
You know, to even make food, they can't even buy the kerosene, not to talk of diesel to power on the lights in the house. And if you look at the amount, oh yeah, I can afford it. But that is somebody's salary.
For a whole year?
For 2 years.
Wow.
You know, don't let us forget that. Don't let us look at the minimum wage, 18,000. Imagine somebody who is just receiving 18,000. In a year, how much is that? That's about maybe 200 and something, naira. That's 2 years that I spent. Somebody's 2 years salary is what I spend on diesel in less than a month. So we need to calculate all these things. Look at how much, you enjoy, and think about what others and how many people want to be in your position.
And especially those people who actually purchase your goods, like these people who actually watch your shows.
People support us. As we rise in the industry, is due to the popularity among the people.
Of course.
And we mustn't forget that. And so we need to stand with the people. We need to take a stand. And we need to define our voices. Who are the people we are talking to?
Exactly.
This government is doing very well. We are not criticizing. This is not working. We criticize. Talk about Lagos State. Am I shouting about Lagos State? Is the Lagos State governor doing something
about it
that is working for the people of Lagos? Yes, we appreciate that. Nightlife in Lagos has been better for it. Security is something we are proud of. You saw what the governor did for the police officers, that if they die in the line of duty, they get 10 million naira. You know how much of rejects that police have been over the years.
Exactly.
And this is something that is laudable. Are we not celebrating it? Exactly. We celebrate it. But there are some things that are happening from the federal system that are not really making the work of those at the state level good enough for the people.
Right.
So these are some of the things that we must keep talking about.
Exactly. So now, looking at what the society or the economy holds right now, where it stands, there's so many celebrities who are actually holding enviable political positions. Unlike 20 years ago, where if you're an entertainer, you can't even talk about politics. Like, what are you doing there? So now the people who are honorables and name it, do you think that they are doing enough for the people? Because when during these campaigns, everybody talks about how they want to stand for people, do this for this one, do that. Do you know of any politician right now who is probably an entertainer come politician, or who still practices entertainment but is actually sticking to the words and you're proud of?
Well, I don't want to be in the position to criticize anybody who is holding any political office right now.
Okay.
And I have my reasons for saying that. But I believe a time will come in this country where people will be voted based on their credibility and know what people have to say about them. We have to vote them based on our conviction that this person is who he says he is. Yeah. We have had so many rubbish packaged as wonderful items for us in the past. And that is why we're praying that it will get to a stage where they will give independent candidates the ability to be able to come forward, and that the elective age for ages for some political offices will be reduced to allow for the participation of younger people.
Exactly.
And as long as we keep relying on godfatherism to hold offices in this nation, we will not be able to function as we ought to, because you owe and you are owned by those who foster or aided your
campaign,
election.
Campaign. Those who stood in queues or whatever to vote.
And so it becomes a problem choosing between those who actually stood on the queue to vote for you based on their belief and those who smuggled you to the position.
Right.
And so because of that, we pray that things will change. And that's why we keep crying when we talk about policies and laws and bills that we want them to pass at the National House of Assembly. Talk about the synergy between the legislative and the executive arm of government. These are some of the things that we're talking about. Those are the executive arm. How are they working with those at the legislative hand to make sure that certain policies, certain laws are put in place that we afford Nigerians the good governance that they are crying for.
Right. Great. Well, thank you for that. Now, a more personal situation, which you're very much involved in right now. It's the protest that's been going on for a couple of days now. Recently, Two-Face came up and said we should all vote for change, we should all cry for change and come out and protest with different placards. Unfortunately, Two-Face did back out, you know, but you're one of the celebrities who stood by this. I mean, I saw photos of you actually going on and continuing with this, because a lot of Nigerians still went ahead to continue with this campaign, you know, despite the fact that the main person, the main brain behind it decided to back up for whatever reasons. What do you think might be that reason that Two-Face had to take a back seat?
Every man wants to be known for something. Every man wants to be judged by their actions and not just what people feel about them. And the fact that Two-Face spoke up and urged people to speak up is something that I really respect. And the fact that he decided to back out because of the rumors of threats of hijack and then the security of the Nigerians that will come out to participate is something to also appreciate.
Well,
You cannot convince, you cannot absolutely put yourself in a man's shoes because you are not really
There,
wearing it. So you need to understand that he came out to speak for a purpose. And he also has his right to decide not to
continue
because of what he feels.
Right.
But I just think that the government should be responsive to the people and not try to silence the voices of the people.
That takes me back to what I was trying to say now. You said something about, you know, security. In Western countries, or like we've seen in even African countries, I mean, Ghana, for example, recently they had something about lights, and they all came, something saw a particular campaign, and the celebrities came out with lanterns to protest, and everybody was safe. There was no records of death, no records of whatever happened. I don't know if it happened, but there were no records that went out. In countries like America, Trump every day is being protested against. And in as much as they say, okay, do this because of the security of people. If police, I feel like if the police is saying, do this because, you know, don't do this because people are scared, they might get hijacked, people might get robbed, do you at some point think that the police is also supposed to be responsible for protecting these people who are protesting as long as it's a peaceful protest? Or does Two-Face, like they said, have to go through some kind of authority to get permission to actually bring out people and discuss what affects them?
Well, if you look at Nigeria, for example, we have a right that says that people have a law that says that people have the right to gathering, you know, and that doesn't stop the fact that when intelligence reports come that there will be possible hijack, that we shouldn't listen. And at the same time, we were there yesterday, the police officers, they were also there to protect us. But we know that in this country, our police are not adequately equipped.
Right.
You understand? And what is the number of the police officers to protect the people that they protect? In Nigeria, you have about a case of 1,000 persons to one police officer, when in America, it's 4 persons to one police officer. And then you look at the massive population of Nigeria. We put all these things into consideration. And that was why when I was talking on social media, I didn't urge people to come out for the protest. I only stated that I will be there for the protest because I don't want anybody to hold me accountable and responsible for any loss.
Any loss.
And because Two-Face came out urging people to come out, it became an issue that they were going to tie possible loss and other stuff to him. And so he has to be careful. This is a man who believes that there are other people's future that are tied to him. And so losing him will lead to losing a lot of people. And so because of that, he also has to take his position. I don't absolutely know his reasons.
Yes.
And I don't want to compromise him
exactly.
by talking. But then I just want to say, from my own point of view, these are some of the things that I feel. And but we also need to know that if we refuse to speak and we don't brave up, things might not change. A lot of people will tell you, what if you come out and things doesn't change? What if we come out and things change?
Change, yeah. I mean, protests they have a record for actually changing things around the world. Like it or not, Ghana, lights became better and you didn't have to come out to protest anymore.
And those are some of the things that we're protesting against.
Exactly.
We're talking about transparency. We're talking about reduction in the cost of governance. We're talking about power. We're talking about better hospitals and equipment and all. We're talking about security, that your ethnicity, your religion must not decide where you stay in Nigeria until we start cancelling state of origin and state of and local government area in our questionnaires for the nation. I think things will not change. It should be about your state of residence and not where you're actually from.
Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. I'd like to know, as well as a lot of people, because of how eloquently you've spoken about this whole politics. You're very passionate about it, obviously. Do we see Seyi going into politics anytime soon? Because you might just have started a campaign you don't even know about. Like, people are just like, yo, local government chairman, real quick. Do you see that coming anytime?
Well, I don't want people to tie my ambition or whatever I would do to the protest of the peaceful protest that we had. I remember in October I said that if the elective age is for the presidency, the elective age for the presidency is reduced, that I was going to come out for presidency. And I have my reasons for saying that.
Like presidency?
Yeah, I'm not joking about it.
Wow.
And I'll keep talking about it.
Wow.
Whatever you can dream of, you can achieve.
Seyi love for, I can just imagine you on that chair in Aso Rock with this cap and this black and black.
The most important thing is not being there. Do you understand? The most important thing is, are you willing to work for the people who put you there?
Hallelujah.
And these are the things that we're asking for. Why is it that we can't have 24-hour power supply in Nigeria? Why is it that for every government that comes in, we lack retainership culture in this country? Look at the Ministry of Agriculture before this administration. We know how well they were doing and what has suddenly happened. Why do we play politics along party line? You know, that is why I think that the way to go in this country is to be able to come out as an independent candidate and vie for position. And when you get there, you owe nobody. You know, and you work for the people.
What year are you aiming for? Is there a vision right now?
If it's reduced before 2019, I'll buy form in 2019.
What? You heard it here first. Like, I am so excited about this. Like, breaking news. Put it on that right now. Breaking news trending. Seyi is going to run for president if it reduces. What reduces what?
The elective age.
The elective age reduces. How old are you now?
I'm 33, going to 34. So
we will make it. Let's protest. In fact, let's add it to the placards. Like, what? It must reduce so that you can go for it. And then, that will be like the youngest president. I hope you win. I will come out and vote. I mean, we've had
younger people rule us in this country.
Exactly.
Yakubu Gowon was 29 when he started ruling Nigeria.
That's what's up.
And he even got married during his
presidency
as the president, as the head of state.
Wow.
And these are some of the things that we keep talking about. The likes of Obafemi Awolowo and Nnamdi Azikiwe was probably the oldest amongst them.
Yeah, and they follow that trend, I think.
Tafawa Balewa, Awolowo, when they fought for the independence of Nigeria, how old were they?
Exactly.
And how sad would they feel if they were alive today to see how the country has plunged deep into, recession, corruption, and backwardness.
Right.
Sometimes you get the opportunity to read some of the letters that these men wrote when they were young, and you tell yourself how many young people can actually write like this.
Okay.
How many young people can actually speak like this.
Yeah.
And then you look, I was talking about retainership and all this stuff earlier. Look at our former Minister of Information, the most respected ever, Franklin Wake Jr. You see a man that spoke about Nigeria, and you are proud to say that, yes, that is my Minister of Information.
Exactly.
Those are these kind of people that we want to see in governance. You nominate somebody for a ministerial post, and it goes into the National House of Assembly, and they ask him questions based on his line of nomination, on his portfolio. You're talking about transportation. You ask a man, can you take public transport to work every day? So what are you going to do to make people comfortable doing that?
He got an answer.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and the man should be able to tell us that these are the procedures that he wants to take to get us there.
We could talk about this all day. I mean, this is something you're passionate about, like I said. But just to quickly clear one thing, you're saying the police that were there were actually to protect, not to
harass.
Oppose. Okay, because people had that wrong. We thought, the
No.
police
They were there to protect us, and they did a great job. We saw the Commissioner of Police, we saw the Lagos State PRO, and we really appreciate them for being with us and also ensuring security. And also, you're not in any way satisfied with the Buhari governance right now. I'm not. Well, we cannot say anything without tying it to the man who is at the helm of affairs. It's just that, we had some notions, we had some understanding before Buhari became president. He said some certain things to us that we are holding him responsible for.
Right.
They talked about previous government not being amateurs handling the economy. And now that you people who claim to be professionals are there, we are not seeing
the dollar is 5.10 as of today.
We're not seeing any positive change.
Right.
Talk about forests. We're talking about recession. It is what you can read, the information that you have that you can run with.
Exactly. That's your power.
We are not seeing any economic plans from this government to tell us that this is what they are doing to get us out of recession. And some of the examples that I cite to people, if we get out of recession this year, it isn't because the government has worked, it is because the people has worked extra hard.
Exactly.
And you can attest to the fact that you can't take away the fact that there are voodoos in Africa. People are being kidnapped every day. People are being killed for rituals every day because people want to augment for money. Right. These are part of what corruption breeds at the lower level. Not for those people at the top who have access to the money. Exactly. Somebody at the bottom kills somebody to make money. And then he funds a company tomorrow, and people are working from there, flying out of poverty, and then the government says that they've done a good job. No.
No way. Thank you so much, Seyi, for all of this explanation. Like you guys heard him, it needs accountability. But while we wait for accountability from the presidency and from everybody who holds offices right now, let us watch the video of the day.
Hey, you. Where are you from?
I'm from Igbo State.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you a school of this student?
Senior prefect.
Auntie.
Simple, correcting English you cannot speak.
Jesus.
I does not know how your school fees is even repaid. What is wrong with you now?
Hey guys, welcome back to Trending. I hope you enjoyed the video of the day. I hope it made you smile. If it didn't, I am sorry. But I'm sure you know that it's still Trending, brought to you by Airtel. And I still have Seyi Law with me on Trending. And it's been so much fun, quite revealing, quite serious, unlike fun. But I mean, we've looked for ways to just find fun in between. But yes, it's been a lot to talk about. I hope you didn't miss that. Well, welcome back if you're just joining us. If you're just joining us, welcome. But if you were with us all the while, welcome back, okay? Right now, we move to the fast fire questions where you're given 60 seconds to answer as many questions as you can.
Wow.
Yes, we just know you better. It's nothing serious, not jam questions.
Okay.
You ready?
I'll try.
Okay. All right, time starts now. Best color?
Blue.
Arsenal or Chelsea?
Arsenal.
Celebrity crush?
Eva Mendes.
Okay. Best moment ever?
Performing at Asha Live, where I got my first international show.
Wow. Snapbacks or caps?
Snapbacks.
Okay. Favorite dish?
Anything swallow. And I love beans too.
Okay. Complete this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How I wonder what you are.
BlackBerry or Nokia?
Oh, I love Nokia.
Favorite designer?
I think I just do Zara.
Benz or Acura?
Benzi
Oje. All right, that's for our faster question segment. But right now, we'll move on to the next still, which is the tribe, where you get to give us full meanings of some social media abbreviations.
Whoa.
That if you follow social media, if you're social media inclined, you should know, hopefully.
You know, I hate abbreviations. Sometimes when I even write to people, I spell my words completely.
Out, Abby. You know this, but almost everybody who starts.
It's somehow disrespectful.
Yes,
when I abbreviate words, and probably because I'm Yoruba, you know, all this.
But when you get to a particular age, it's just no longer attractive as to be writing ABC and then, ABV, where you can just write the whole thing. I get it. But let's just try for the younger generation.
I'll try.
Yes, let's just, GTG.
Good to go.
Got to go, but you did
Got
well.
to go,
It's
okay.
okay. I'll give that to you.
Okay. JK. Just no.
K.
Just no.
No?
JK.
Something that has to be joking.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. You lawyer.
Okay. ICYMI.
ICYMI. I see you.
When you get there. See you when you get there.
ICYMI.
Do you want me to help you? It means in case you missed it. Yes. Okay.
I know this social media. Don't mind me. I've never been really active on Twitter. I think I just started.
You just started a bit. Okay. IMO.
IMO.
You've been talking about a lot of things today, and it has something to do with you. So, IMO.
IMO. That's like an app.
No.
IMO.
IMO, like, so to speak,
You need to help me there.
In my opinion. Yes. Okay, last one, LOL.
LOL, laugh.
Yes, I had to add that in there so you can at least get two out of.
So that no, but I got more than two.
Get three, okay.
I got three, yeah.
Yes.
I tried.
You tried. You did very well. But guys, those are
Thank
most
you.
of the social media abbreviations we have for you on the show today. Let us go on a short break, and when we get back, Shayla will be reading some nasty comments. I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. This is the nasty comments part of the show where we get to read the nasty things that some people have to say about our guest on social media and hopefully have him react. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. So I would give this to you right now. You will please read and react the best way you can to each of them.
Whoa.
You have to read out, please.
Okay, Flexi said, bros, why you dey always vex for people now? No be so live bill. Well, I don't know. I don't really get angry. I probably overlook a whole lot of
Things.
maybe big stuff.
Okay.
And maybe the small stuff could trigger
Get to
my
you.
anger more.
I'm almost like that, yeah.
Then Chima Ajero, Sheila no fit cancel the protest now. He know they busy like Tubaba.
Wow.
Well, I remember I said Tubaba at the house that day, but I didn't come out because of Tubaba. So
Exactly.
my brother, I came out because of what I believe in. Yeah.
And because of you.
The way this man black, not before here.
It's
It's quite unfortunate. Say this person just didn't know say I'm black since. Better I don't talk since. It's good that you cannot see, my brother. The Lord has opened your eyes.
Hallelujah.
Say, always take a chill pee before coming out.
Okay, it's a protest. What's it supposed to do?
Maybe when the drug is out, I'll start
You
taking
start
it.
buying at me. Thank you so very much. Amazing
all right.
response, and thank you for being on the show today. I learned a lot from you today. Thank you. All right, hopefully you come back again.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I love trending.
Yes, everybody loves trending. All right, guys, I'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy the top 5.
Check out our top 5 Nigerian celebrities in politics. At number 5 is Kate Henshaw. Kate Henshaw is a veteran Nigerian actress and special advisor liaison Lagos to Cross River State. At number 4 is Dayo Adeneye. Dayo Adeneye is a media personality popularly known as D1, and he is the Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Ogun State. At number 3 is Femi Adebayo. The Yoruba actor is a special advisor to the Governor of Kwara State, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, on arts, culture and tourism. At number 2 is Iniedo. The popular Nollywood actress is the special advisor on tourism to the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Udom Gabriel Emmanuel. And at the number 1 spot is Desmond Elliot. Desmond Elliot is a popular Nollywood actor and member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, representing Surulere 1 constituency.
All right, guys, it is time for me to say goodbye. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from today's episode. As you know, I had Seyi on my hot seat, and we had a lot to talk about when it came to politics and governance. I hope you have your own opinion. If you do, please share with us on our social media platforms. Follow us on Twitter at HipTv and on Instagram at official HipTv. And you can also follow me on social media, Instagram to be precise, at Nancy Isime Official. You can also watch us online at www.hiptv.tv. Until I see your pretty faces next time, do not forget that I love you, but God loves you more. Goodbye.